Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 3 in our Winter Roses series, and this is my LineDotArrow design team project for December of 2022. Now, when we left off in video 2, we had done page 3, and I did not put a second card in. I couldn't find one, or I haven't made one that I liked that went over the snowflakes and the picture came out right in the windows. So I'm going to have to figure that out. And I'm going to have to fix that little snowflake. Apparently I didn't glue that little bitty piece down, and when I tried a card in and pulled it out, it flipped the little end over. So that might be a problem as well. There's no way for me to glue it. All I can do is try to stick something in there and flatten it out. Just run it all the way through. So I'm hoping putting another card in will do that. So we're going to start with page 4 in our book. Oh, another side note. I had to take out these charms. I had added a eyelet to this and put in a charm so they would match, even though well, let me tell you this first. I had to take the charms out because I couldn't close the book because they were in the center and there's no spine on this book. Okay, so on a side note, when you add these envelopes to your pages, then instead of adding them to the left, add them to the right so they open this way. And then you can put the tabs, the eyelets, and the charms on the outside, and then you'll have some charms. Now, I'm debating on putting charms on the writing cards that I put in, and I think I probably will put the eyelets and the charms in, and then up here as well. So these are the 2 cards that I made. They're kind of hard to get out because the pockets are so tight. Well, guess I better work on that. And I don't know why that one is in upside down. Oh, because I put the tab on this side so it wouldn't be on the deer's bottom. So the card ended up upside down. It's the only way that it doesn't cover that picture. Let me get this just right so it'll slide in. Then the one in the back, which is in between 4 and 5, instead of punching thumb holes I put tabs on, is this image with the little angel. This one up here is this image so that you can write on it, and it's the other angel from a different page, but the second angel. And so you'll need to do that. I did it off camera. So we're going to work on page 4. Here's our paper. A cute little angel in our bird cage, and it says Merry Christmas. And it also has a wreath. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to add anything to this page. If we do, it will be a belly band right up here, and it will be a hidden one. I'll print this page out again. Or it will be an acetate belly band so that it's clear. An acetate belly band would be better, I think. So I'll add that into the instructions. Okay, get rid of that paper clip. Now, I have not done one before with this type of an envelope. We're going to use our craft envelope. And we're going to glue it to the page, but we're going to do a couple of things first. Now, I had already, remember we were going to put it on this way, on in between, so that it opened on the back. And then I decided I didn't really want a flip out on the back because whatever we put on it would be on the back. So I've decided to put it on so that it flips this way. On page 4, we're going to put it underneath. But that means we have to trim, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we could put it this way and flip it back this way and just have a top pocket. But I've decided I want to make it a flip out. So we're going to have to cut the bottom in anticipation of using it as a pocket. I had cut this little, you know, that little rounded piece off. So all I would have had to do is work with this straight piece. But now I'm going to make it into a flip out. So that still helps me. But I'm going to cut this end so that it's open. And as you know, I've had to switch over to the giant industrial paper trimmer. So I'm going to trim it off camera. You want to get over far enough that you're cutting the glue and it opens the envelope. Okay. Now, that means, which I didn't even think of, that means we're going to have to ink this. Now, we're not going to paper the front like you would normally think being papered. We're going to put this image on the front, and then I'm going to use the glossy accents on it. I meant to do it beforehand, and I forgot. So we're going to go ahead and glue it on. I'll do the glossy accents off camera because they have to dry. And I'll just do random flowers. I'm not going to do all of the flowers because that would be forever and that would kind of ruin the effect if you just did every single flower, because with winter flowers, winter roses, all the roses on there would have had to have been done, and the tree is mostly roses. It's not that much greenery. Think about this. Did I think this is the inside, so I'm going to be papering it. Okay. So just take that off. Since it worked, I guess that'll be part of the directions. And then don't forget to paper your fold, of course. I'm not going to paper it or ink it a lot. Didn't I say paper? I never remember to say the word ink. I always say glue, paper, or something. So we're going to put it on this way. No, this way, because we want the larger image to be on the front, and all we're going to do is put the tree on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I've paper clipped on, I've inked the tree, and I've inked this other image, and it's the image that says Christmas chimes, and it's this image right here. But I thought that since the bottom of the tree was not, you know, there was no trunk or anything, that I would just go ahead and embellish it with this across the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I have my finger there so that I know how far up to glue that on. Don't really want any of the image to stick up. I mean, some of it at the bottom is going to have a chance of sticking up, or, you know, so we're going to glue that on there. Yeah, I think that looks better. And now we're going to glue the tree on. which will be fun and interesting. Okay, we want to get as many of these little guys as we can, but we also want to have a couple of spots where we have the little glue circles so that we have enough glue on there that we can move it around and position it to get it in the right spot. I mean, we're not going to slide it that far, but get on there. Keep going off onto the glass. I need to clean my glass surface. It's got dried glue all over it. Okay, now when we get down here, we're going to glue down onto the little piece we just added, so that we're gluing that down as well. Just stuck my finger in the glue there. Okay. Let's try to get it right where we want it on the first go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our magnets on, and we're going to be papering the inside. So we want to hold this closed, and when we fold this over, we have this flip out, and so we are going to put our magnet on this side. And at this point, we probably should attach it to the paper first. We'd be gluing it on the side we'd already glued on previously. Now when we cut the bottom and the top off, it makes it shorter than the page. I feel like my words are slurring this morning for some reason. Anyway, you want to leave a little gap at the top and the bottom so that it can fold, and make sure there's no extra glue everywhere. Use our bone folder on it. Then we'll need to use our bone folder on this. Okay, so we want to put it where when it closes, it holds it shut. Wait a minute, we want to put it here. You want to put it out here. No, we want to put it on here. We fold this in, and then we want this to be held down. Okay. Okie dokie. Just cut my nails. Now I can't pick anything up. Okay. So we want to paper the inside. All right. Let me look at this because I now have I want to put this over here, and then they kind of match and they look like they should be together. So let's mark this. We're going to cut the top off, not the bottom. Now we're going to cut the width. That was kind of obvious, wasn't it? Now I know I just marked that. There it is. I'm getting a little more used to using the bigger paper trimmer. I mean, it works better. So if I get used to using it, you know, it might be something to think about using after my other blades come in. The problem is that it's so big. I have to stand up and cut my paper and then sit down on my stool, which doesn't seem like it would be that big of a deal, except for I've fallen off my stool like 3 times sitting down on it because I'm so short. I'm only 4'11", that I have to kind of go up a little bit to sit on the stool so that it's high enough for me to work. And I keep catching the side of my leg on it. So if I'm recording and all of a sudden you hear a big crash bang, then you'll know what happened. I wonder if this was supposed to be back here. No. I didn't label them as well this time, but I like that across from that. Hungry for an omelet again this morning. It's 6 a.m. Usually record earlier than this, but I've been working on my computer. I just got a new Ko-Fi page, And I've got the Buy Me a Coffee page, and I'm adding the PDFs over from the projects so that people that aren't members of the Facebook group can pay a couple bucks and get the PDFs. Of course, if you're a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, you get the step-by-step tutorial PDFs that go along with this for free. Right. I want to put this here. Sorry, little dear. I'm going to lose him because we have to glue this to the page. But I think we use them on the last page that we're going to be doing, which is page 5. Because page 6 is the back cover. Oh, see, we're not covering that. Let's move it down just a little bit so we can put the tag in. I love this pocket. And it matches the background on here. And then we're going to match it again with this darker paper in here. Let's make sure this all closes like we want. Yeah, see this page. This page should have had a magnet on it to this page right here. This page. We put a magnet here. And a magnet on this page. That will hold it closed. I don't mind using the magnets. I get 100 of them for, I think, $9 on AliExpress. And they're the 10 by 1 millimeter. So they're 10 millimeters around by 1 millimeter thickness. You can get the 12s. I think I'm going to get a 12 next time. See if that holds everything better when I want to hold things. So we're going to put one here. And then we'll put the pocket back on. And then we're going to put one over here. But we're going to put the tape sticky side up on here. She says confidently. It keeps sticking to my fingers. I'm trying to touch the smallest amount possible. It would have worked except for I was doing it wrong. You don't put the backwards tape on the outside, you put it on the underside. And then you rub it and the tape will stick because it's facing the other page. There we go. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, now let's put the pocket back on. And I like this pocket next to the craft. Try to reactivate some of the glue that's already there. Right, let's put it right back where it was. And it will cover that magnet. Let's find, is it one of these? These are too big. Look at that, both of these. This one would be great. Really wouldn't have to trim it that much. All right, let's see what we got here. I scan and cut these out nicely. And this one I went in with the brown and made a little bit darker, but I guess I could have used that under the pocket. Not really, but we're not going to use it. This project is a small project just to highlight some of the images and the papers, as many of the papers as we can. There we go. Let's use this one. This has the same roses as the other page. So we'll put those two in there. I'll come back and ink those. I'm going to watch me ink them on camera. Okay, so then we're going to open this and we're going to paper this. And we're going to make a writing area. We're going to do it by layering this and that so that we've got a border of this. I've been watching that TV show Grimm, G-R-I-M-M, like the Grimm's fairy tales. And it's kind of loosely based on that, sort of. Anyway, I've been binge watching it, and the episodes, the creatures just keep kind of running through my head. Cut this. I cut the length. Maybe if I just stay standing up. I work standing up a lot anyway. Your voice is different when you stand up too. Like if you stand up on a phone call, then you sound more, or you sound happier and more excited. Okay, let's ink this. So if you're ever making a business or a sales call, I wonder if I want to round both corners. Or if I just want to round the cream colored borders or edges. I think I'm going to do both. I don't know why I flipped that over. It doesn't really matter which direction I glue it on, does it? Those two flip outs, I wasn't even thinking, and I saw that one thing on Pinterest, or no, not Pinterest, in a post in Facebook, something similar. And so I was like, ooh, I'll add that. And then I just didn't even realize that the two flip outs were facing each other, which I didn't want. I wanted them to be separated. I just wasn't paying attention. And now they're not even in height because I wasn't looking at the other one when I did it. So that's the two tips for that page. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now we're going to take the cream colored paper that we're going to write on, and I'm going to put some, oh, actually, where'd it go? I'm just going to put this down here. If I can get it untangled without tearing it apart. I'm just going to put this down here. And then the rest would be writing. That's what I was going to do. Or I was going to make a pocket and put a tag. Let's just decorate. I don't think I inked that. And we're going to measure this as if the corners were not rounded. Let's do this part. So we're going to go down past where it's curved. I should have done it before I glued this down, because then I could have done it before I rounded the corners. Okay, let's get our length now that we can see. So we want the length to be like this. Do I sound more cheerful? I'm standing up. I'm such a jokester, aren't I? My hands are so cold that I ran them under really hot water before I started, but they're getting cold again. I had to turn my heater off because it has a fan, like I said in the last video, I believe. Because you can hear it in the background like a hum. Oz is sitting here looking at me. I think he wants me to turn it on. Let's make sure that lines up all right. Yep. And unfortunately, I haven't inked that yet, so I'm going to do that off camera. I'm not going to make you watch me ink that crazy thing, because I already showed you where I'm going to put it. I think that's all of the sides. Okay, and then I'm going to put the ivy down here. So this is going to be on the page like this. Then you open it like this, and you got the pocket. Then you open it like this, and you have the matching image, and then you have the writing space. Okay? I'm going to glue that into the book. Page 5 is easy too. I just had an idea about page 5. We'll have to look at it. Make sure your tree is right side up. Now this page is going to look a little wide because of this flap. The envelope is so thick. Okay. It's going to make the book fatter too. So for page 5, I'm going to take these 3 coin envelopes that I've already decorated, and the opening is here. We're going to attach them to the page. I don't know what what this goes to. I just don't know. I've got these 3 tags that just happen to fit right in a coin envelope. And all we're going to do is glue them on the page, like one like this, and 2 like this. What I was thinking, whoopsie, make sure we get them in the right places. What I was thinking is, could we glue these on as tucks and put a writing card behind them? I love this little Christmas tree washi tape, or pine tree. Okay, so we're going to have to put these 2 on first. Because we want to center this. I'm thinking, no, I'm thinking we're just going to glue them to the page. So that's why this one is so easy. Forgot where you were gluing the flap down. I'm going by this little line of kind of text. These little angels are cute. Way more glue than is needed to hold this tiny envelope down, especially since we're just going to put a card in it. Oh, I got to punch the holes out. And since these come from a factory, they're not exact, you know. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to match this or do I want to match this? And I think the trees blend in pretty well, so I think I'm going to match the bottoms up. Bottoms up. Okay. And now for something completely different. We'll put this one on this way. That's cute. And we'll make a cute little page. And I left the flaps open and I didn't use this front side because that way the tags were right inside the whole thing, but you can still see them. I may go back and put little toppers on them. Maybe some eyelash trim so that it lays flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on pause and do these last 2 pages, the trim. And then we'll come back and take a look real quick. We're not going to have another video with the like a little flip through in it. And that's Oz saying hi. Oz. Then on these tags, I matched the angels with the angels on the front of the card with the tag. I think I got all 3 of them, or I may have just gotten 2 out of 3. I still need to do something there as well. Oh yeah, we need to cover that B. Letter B. Never mind. That was a bad beetle. Or, is it Lennon? I don't think. No, maybe it is the Beatles. The full Beatles. Try to get that as close as we can to the edge without being in the fold. It's going to leave a little bit extra gap here than the other pages. That's alright. I really want to get that, you know, that B from Amazon off of there. Amazon Basics. That's where the B comes from, is Basics. So I'm going to go ahead and I used the smaller punch because it's just the right size. Now I did it on the other ones and it was exactly the right size. So I'm going to the bigger one, going to the dark side. Okay. Let me get some eyelash trim real quick. We've got time. Let's put it on there. I've already inked the edges of the tags, but not around the edges. You know what I mean? I just ran it around because they already have the brown on them. Now, do I want to use this one? This one? I thought I had some cream colored, but I don't. I have a brown. Oh, that's too dark. Kind of like this. But this is very pretty as well. The holes are pretty small, so let's use this one. I'm not sure I want to fight with the other one to get it through that little of a hole. Let's I better put the lid on and glue, huh? So we'll do one. That's way too much. Let me do this towards the end to save the save the most of the one long one as we can, so we can have enough to do the other one. Okay. Then we'll take this we'll tie it around here. That will give us more of the fluff, and it will help hold these up a little bit. And then I'll do that on all three. Okay. And then, I mean, it's not going to stand up anyway, no matter what you do. And I'm saving these two little scraps for clusters. I have a little jar. Okay, so, yeah, we've got the two angels. And then this one is going to go in here. It's the same as the background. So we'll put that in there. And it will have the trim. We'll put this one in here. Yeah, that's cute. That's a big knot. And we'll put this one in here. I may have to go back to just the one. Oh, I don't care. It's already fat anyway. And we'll glue this on here. And ink that. And leave this out. Looks like I didn't ink that. Slacking off, slacking off. Then I'm going to do glossy accents on the front to accent the flowers. I'm not going to do the whole flower. It's too much. And the glossy accents can actually be used as a glue because it's, I believe, got glue in it. And then something else that makes it shiny. Well, the glue would dry clear and shiny. Alright, make sure, we're going to have to make sure our tree is right side up. Having an upside down Christmas tree I don't think would be very much fun. And then we'll be done, except for going back through the book and doing things like this that we may have missed. And adding little words, things like that. Come on, glue, come out. It looked like I put a ton of glue there, but I didn't because the glue was not coming out. And I'll go through and make sure I didn't miss any cards. Let's see. I have a little checklist if I can get the page to turn. And the large writing cards, which I've done. Yeah, check the pages. Then add any ephemera or things like that that you need. Embellishments. And then, oh, we have to add the tie to the cover, don't we? Okay. Would almost be kind of fun to use this trim, but we're going to use this. I saw someone use a spacer when they're putting this on. And that makes sure they have enough room to put the cord underneath, and I really like that idea, so I might make a spacer as well. It has a notch on it, so you can just slide it up and slide it out. It's a very cool idea, and I like it, so I think I'm going to use it. Oh, for goodness sakes. I told you my hands were cold. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. My little cutter bees. And we'll run this around. Let's see if I can move that tab up a little bit. We'll run this around. I don't have any beads with a big enough hole in the center where I would put beads on it. I'll have to look. I'm going to check. So I'm going to leave it extra long just in case I find a bead or two or a button that I can put on there. So I'm going to leave that extra long. And this is just hemp cord. Okay, so then that's going to be it. Let's go back through it real quick. So we've got a card, we've got page 1 that flips out, page 2 that flips out, page 3, which is a decorative belly band with the windows, page 4, which is our double fold out that we just did, page 5, which is our little tags, page 6, which is a large pocket, and I'm going to put another pocket or tuck or something on there, and then the back, which is our flower, our tree. So that's our little 6-page journal and the design team project for LineDotArrow. And that's the end of this video. I'm not going to go ahead and just glue this and then come all the way back for that. You know that I'm going to glue it on there. And so that's the little flip through, the little tiny flip through for this smaller book. And I will see you in the next tutorial series, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.